Hey, what's up, Silver Stackers? Thank you for tuning in. This is Silver Slayer. The Royal Mint just revealed record breaking profits amid significant demand for physical gold and silver. This is the second mint to come out and say this. The Perth Mint came out a couple weeks ago and said, yo, we're also having record breaking sales. I mean, it's funny they use the word profits in this article. I'm sure it's not very hard to profit when you have premiums through the roof. Regardless, though, we know that all these mints are getting bought up of all the silver, except for one mint. I doubt the US Mint's going to come out and say that they're having record breaking sales and profiting at all. And that's because they cut off the public. They banned everyone from buying silver from them. You cannot buy silver from the US Mint anymore. There's even talk about them completely canceling gold and silver eagles. Pretty crazy. I mean, we're living in such a crazy time, folks. And even when I was interviewing Andy Scheckman, he is one of the only direct authorized dealers that can still purchase through the US Mint. Even he's saying that he's never seen this type of shortage before. That was the same guy that just filled a $50 million order, folks, in 2 days. He was able to find 900,000 silver eagles in 2 days. If he is saying that he's having a hard time finding silver, that speaks for itself. That is probably the only person in this entire world that could have pulled that order off, that type of order. 900,000 eagles, over 100,000 ounces in junk silver, and the rest in gold. That's the same company that I can offer you a business relationship with. Send an email to info@milesfranklin.com and you can purchase through one of the only authorized dealers that can still work with the US Mint. That itself is extremely beneficial, plus they have great deals. Let them know Silver Slayer sent you. But regardless, though, mint after mint is coming out and saying everyone's buying from us, and they're having an extremely hard time keeping up with the demand as well. When you look at the COMEX and LBMA vaults, intertwined with all this, it's all pointing towards one direction. Everyone wants a slice of the silver pie, but there's just not much pie left. What is that going to do to the price? Well, this is what I was also talking about with Andy. Low supply, high demand pushes the price up. It might not be the spot price, but the premiums. It's going to push the premiums up. Spot price is still manipulated to some extent. So you can't expect spot price to rise from the silver shortage, but you can expect premiums to rise. Once the COMEX collapses, once the digital versus or the paper versus physical market gets exposed, that's when there's opportunity for the quote unquote natural price of silver to rise, because then we're going off of the fundamentals and not this manipulated market that we're in right now. So anyways, a link to this article will be in the description. I just announced the winner for my 60,000 subscriber giveaway. It was so much fun to see all of you in the live chat, the premiered video. I think I'm going to start doing more premiered videos. It's so much fun interacting with all of you in live time, in the live chat. We're all chatting and cracking jokes, and it was really awesome. So I think I'm going to start doing more premiered videos, maybe like every Sunday or something. So stay tuned. While the price of gold has dropped in value from the asset's all-time high on March 8th, the UK's oldest precious metals company, the Royal Mint, saw record profits over the last 12 months. In fact, the Royal Mint's annual earnings show the firm has seen the highest profit in 12 years, with precious metals accounting for roughly 86.7% of the Royal Mint's revenue. The Royal Mint prints record profits during the last 12 months. Precious metals demand has skyrocketed, according to the recent annual profits accrued by the Royal Mint over the last 12 months, the official coinage supplier of the United Kingdom, and a limited company who wholly owned His Majesty's Treasury recently published the firm's annual revenue and sales data. The report notes that the Royal Mint saw $1.33 billion in sales over this year, and 86.7% of the Mint's total revenue derived from precious metals. It is the second consecutive year that the Royal Mint's profit has been driven entirely by its consumer-facing divisions as the use of circulating coin declines, helping to safeguard the business and employment for the future, the Royal Mint said. And yes, I mean, Same with the Perth mint. These are very, very popular, very fancy types of mints. Britannias, kookaburras, koalas. I mean, the kangaroos. These mints are top of the line, right? It used to be U.S. mint was bottom of the barrel. Perth mint, with the kookaburras, coins like that. Those were the fancier mints. Those were the higher premium coins, and that's because the design changed yearly. Kookaburras minted 300 to 500,000 per year. That's a very, very, very low number compared to, let's say, the American Eagle is minted in 10, 20, 30 million per year. Pandas even 8 million per year. So you're looking at a kookaburra. The design changes yearly, so it's already more collectible, almost has a semi-numismatic value. Premiums are higher, but regardless, nowadays everything is so much different, and that's why I say you have to learn how to adjust and adapt. Regardless, though, right now it's looking like everyone's just trying to buy any type of coin, even maples. When we're looking at um, uh, coins like just normal coins, maples, kookaburras, britannias, koalas, all these types of coins, I feel like are starting to, it's not really mattering as much as it used to of of what you get your hands on. Before, a lot of people only stacked eagles, or before, a lot of people only stacked britannias. Nowadays it's like whatever people can get their hands on, it's good as gold as long as there's no crazy high premium, especially since our the resources, the coins are becoming more limited. A lot of sites don't have eagles, except if you're trying to backdate to 2011. A lot of sites don't have any of the newer Britannias or pandas, so it's almost like just get what, can't be too picky, which it really doesn't matter because at the end of the day, that no matter what that coin has on it, no matter how cool it looks, the 1 ounce of silver is what is the true value inside of that coin, not how cool it looks. Which is still a different day and age because before it would be, does the design change yearly? What is the mintage number? Is that from a certain type of mint, right? Nowadays, it's just like if you can buy 1 ounce of silver for a low premium, then grab it. The Royal Mint's annual earnings follow the UK-based precious metals dealer Ash Kundra, noting on October 1st that the firm ran out of physical gold coins and bars over significant demand for bullion. Ashkundra cited that the recent precious metals demand stemmed from the UK's fiat currency declining in value, the pound sterling, against the US dollar, and at the time, writing, and over the last 6 months, the Great British Pound is down 14.46% against the greenback. The Royal Mint also sold commemorative precious metals coins to the United States, and this year saw a 62% rise in sales. The precious metal supplier said it saw record numbers of investors over the last 12 months, and the Royal Mint's business opportunities have evolved. And it's looking like this was a very strong statement right here. It says a lot. One, it shows that the U.S. is even more desperate than you know than is on the surface. But regardless, all these mints are kind of intertwining, and you can see which mints are coming out on top and profiting from this and taking advantage of this opportunity, and other mints that are kind of falling down the wishing well. And it's sad because it has to do a lot. It's much deeper than just the silver. The reason the U.S. Mint has that law where they can't purchase silver planchets from other suppliers is because we're trying to hold down interest rates on our own $30 trillion of debt. So the U.S. Mint can't change the law where they can pay above spot, which would allow them to get a lot more silver, and that's because of our own problems with debt. Even going into why a lot of people started buying from the Royal Mint, like they said, is because of the dollar against, or Great British Pound against the greenback. Like it's starting to dive a lot deeper than just silver stackers or what's happening at the face of trying to protect your wealth. It's times are crazy to say the least. Times are crazy, and this is the perfect situation to really talk about why adjusting and adapting is so critical. It's why watching silver stacking videos like mine, staying up to date, being informed, it's called a strategy. It's a silver stacking strategy. We're strategizing. Gamblers throw money at the wall, hope it sticks with the odds against them. Investors make strategic decisions based off information. We use the information, tweak the odds in our favor, right? If you're just someone sitting on their couch that doesn't watch any Silver Slayer videos, doesn't stay up to date, doesn't even really look at premiums or know what's happening, just buy silver, that's gambling. There's no strategy there. You don't know what's happening in the market. You don't know. I mean, yes, at least they're putting fake money into real money, but that's why it's so beneficial when I say, to stay tuned or to subscribe, right? It's not for my sake, it's for your sake more so. So, anyways, say keep on going. Gold and silver spot value declines since 2022's price highs. King Charles III coinage coming soon. That's going to be interesting. I bet that's going to kick demand up a lot too. While there's been a lot of demand, the price of gold and silver per troy ounce has dropped against the US dollar during the last 220 days. On March 8th, the nominal US dollar value of gold per troy ounce reached a lifetime high of $2,048 per ounce. And you can see, just looks like a waterfall. I mean, there is some, you do see some spikes, but lately it just looks like it's literally the opposite of what should be happening when you also incorporate the shortage or the lack of silver. But then again, there's so many other variables, but those variables are starting to lose their power, or I think will soon lose their power once we really look at where things are headed in the supply shortage or the deficit side of things. And even if you want to incorporate not only that, the financial side of things. I mean, things are getting crazier and crazier. Like Andy Scheckman was saying, he hasn't seen anything like this, not even close to this since 2008. But every single week, something new comes out, some big news, and it's all looking like something big is about to happen. And precious metals is the only solution. I mean, we have congressmen now talking about or trying to pass a law to bring back the gold standard. I mean, things are so crazy nowadays. A digital currency backed by physical commodities. I mean, having gold set at a standard price, what would that price be? $2,000, $1,500? I mean, there's so many things going on right now that no forecast or prediction is going to be accurate. And if you are, that you're basically winning the lottery, because we don't know what's going to happen next. And what happens next, the unknown variable, is the most important variable. So never take price predictions or forecasts very seriously. So, anyways, on that day, which they're talking about when it was the lifetime high, silver's price was $26.37. Not even half of, a little over half of what its all-time high was. Remember, silver does always follow gold. Sometimes it just lags a bit. Silver's lost more than 30% in the dollar's value. The Royal Mint's report further notes that the company is launching a facility that recovers gold from electronic components and other types of waste in 2023, which I've announced this before. If you guys watch my channel, you know that I've been mentioning that the Royal Mint is starting to scrap gold out of and silver out of laptops and cell phones to try to help the silver shortage. I mean, that's how serious things are now. They're opening in a brand new facility just to try to recycle silver, which I do think silver recycling is going to start to become bigger and bigger as more industry, or as the industry in general realizes the lack of silver we have. I still don't think it's on people's radar, but it's going to be over the next 2-3 years, and that's when I think silver is really going to start to boom. So, anyways, in addition to the current UK coins in circulation and following Queen Elizabeth's passing in September, the Royal Mint explained the company plans to produce coinage that features King Charles III. And the first coins bearing of His Majesty King Charles III will enter circulation in line with demand from banks and post offices. And this means that the coinage of King Charles III and Queen Elizabeth II will co-circulate the United Kingdom for many years to come. That's pretty interesting. What do you think about that? Do you think that that people are going to start to be drawn more towards the royal mint because of this new change of King Charles III? I think it could. I mean, people also look at the history of coins, just like why I loved the 2021 Morgan silver dollars. That was the 100-year anniversary when Morgans stopped being minted in 1921. 100 years later, 2021, they brought them back, and I think that's going to be. And I have a MS70 2021 Morgan, graded the NGC version, the slab. I think that coin has a lot of potential. Or just like the Type 2 Eagles, the first time the United States Mint changed the design on their Eagles, first time ever. Those coins haven't really been doing too good, but there's a very low mintage number, especially coming from the U.S. Mint lately. So I'm curious to see what the mintage numbers are going to be, and I'm also curious to see if this is going to push sales even higher, and if these coins will gain a premium because of it. And they say, what do you think about the Royal Mint's record profits stemming from increased demand for precious metals like gold and silver? Let us know what you think about this in the comments below. And instead of their comments, let me know what you think in my comment section below. So anyways, yeah, lots happening. Seems like everyone's just trying to get their hands on silver. I don't think it has too much to do with the Queen's passing. I think it has more so just to do with people trying to get their hands on silver in general. I'm sure that generic silver, these mints are also booming. They're record-breaking sales as well. I mean, everyone's trying to get a slice of the silver pie, whether it's generic silver, whether it's junk silver, whether it's coins, whether it's bars. Everyone's trying to buy it. And a lot of these sites, a lot of these mints, they're on their last legs. Some of them are out completely. I mean, if you're talking about the LBMA and COMEX vaults at 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 the lows that we mentioned, and Andy Scheckman actually broke down how low it is and how severe, how critical times are right now via the silver shortage. It's unlike anything we've ever seen, ever seen. So I hope you guys understand the severity of that. And I've been talking about this for years, Back in 2019, 2020, you saw the same videos. We're running out of silver, right? I would make a video titled that. Or the silver shortage is real. And people would say, oh, you're exaggerating. Or I'd read an article. These YouTubers, they don't know what they're talking about. When I'll be sitting here telling everyone, warning people, hey, silver is getting more scarce. But nobody wanted to believe me. I'm sure you guys believed me. But a lot of people just think I'm just talking out my butt and I don't do the research. But the numbers don't lie. Right, and Andy's been talking about this for years as well, and that's why I loved when I was able to first talk with Andy, because I noticed that he's on the same page as me. He also has been investigating the silver shortage and realizing that everything isn't as it seems, right? So, anyways, yeah, I'm gonna wrap this video up here. Like I said, if you did want to buy from Andy or Miles Franklin, just send an email to info@milesfranklin.com. Let him know Silver Slayer sent you. That's also the best way to support me as well. Another way to support me is subscribing, sharing the videos, liking the videos. I'm going to do my best to try to, to keep you guys in the loop. And you guys definitely deserve it. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.